Hey guys, it may or may not be my birthday today when I release this. So go ahead and wish me happy birthday in the comments, even if it's not my birthday. I don't know exactly what day it's going to be released. I thought today that we would unbox a bunch of stuff that I have had sitting here for a while for my birthday. And so there's going to just be some guitars and maybe something else that we're going to unbox. I'm not going to tell you what they are. Some of them I can't remember what they are. Some of them I ordered myself for fun. Other ones are from Zounds that I need to do reviews on, and I just haven't done them yet. So let's do this. Let me take you upstairs to the studio. All right, so I can't remember what's in this one. There's a couple Fireflies that I mostly just wanted for fun for me, just because they're cool. And you guys will see, and maybe I'll explain why I wanted them. And then there's a Gibson, but this Gibson is for a reason. It's not just a random Gibson that they sent me. I chose it and I picked it off off the website. This one I kind of opened because I wasn't sure what it was going to be, so I accidentally opened it. But we'll open that one in front of you guys as well. And then we have this thing from line 6. So let's do this. All right, guys, so I thought I'd do this big box first because I can't remember what it is. So if you're new to the channel, my name's Rich Bischoff. I review guitars, and I sometimes do these things called gig vlogs where I'm on the road with my band or whoever. In a club, anywhere, and I take gear on the road and do real reviews in the real world, not just in a studio. And I also do reviews in the studio too, but the gig vlogs have been kind of a fun thing to do. You guys can get to see kind of what it's like to be on the road a little bit. Oh, holy crap. This is 2 guitars, guys, so let me pull the first one out. All right, so we'll leave this big box over here. I figured it was 2 guitars because of how big the box was. This first one's a Squier, and I don't even remember, and I'm not gonna look at the label just so that I'm as surprised as you guys are, because I think I got these several weeks ago, but I've been on the road with my touring tribute band. So here we go. And hopefully this isn't a complete shiz show, me trying to unbox this many things in front of you guys. That is so light. Oh my gosh, that is the lightest guitar I've ever held in my life. So I can already tell it's a... Alright guys, so this is a beautiful Squier thin line with a natural bodied all gloss, but it is, you guys, it is so light. That is an awesome guitar. I cannot believe how much Squier is stepping up their game. Yeah, so I'm not sure how much this is. I will put links to these when I do the actual reviews. But this is guitar number 1. It's a natural kind of almost cherried, kind of stained natural wood thin line telly by Squier, and it's so light, feels so good, quality. First guitar. All right, let's move to the next one. And for the life of me, I can't figure out. I can't remember what I ordered. That's how old I'm getting, you guys, and that's how busy I've been. Okay. This is really light too. I'm guessing this is a Squier Strat. Maybe I ordered these to do like a comparison review between the Telly and a Strat Squier, but let's find out. And it's like a cherry red. And I think, you know what, you guys, this is what I did. I remember why I ordered this now. So I ordered this cherry red Squier because I also have coming to me from Zounds, Richie Kotzen's new Stratocaster. And it looks somewhat similar to this, so I wanted to compare Fender's kind of cheapest looking red Strat, their Squier, to the new Richie Kotzen Strat when it shows up. It's on back order and I should be getting it soon. But man, that is gorgeous. Take a look at that. I don't know if that's cherry red or if that's more like an automobile type red. I didn't look at any of these labels. Let me know in the comments what color this is. Maybe it's not showing up on the camera as well, but that's a gorgeous Strat as well, and looks like a rosewood fretboard. And man, I think just by opening this guitar, I haven't even played these yet, the actions already feel like they're solid, and the quality of these Squiers is just, I'm just amazed. I haven't tried one of these in a while, so we'll be doing reviews on these soon. You guys will see them coming up on the channel. Those are the two Squiers, the thin line and this one. Let's open the next guitar. All right, guys, so this next one is one that I ordered for fun. And I actually ordered this one off Amazon, and it's a Firefly guitar. I've had a lot of really good luck with these guitars. I've usually ordered them directly from where Firefly sells their guitars directly, which is a website called Guitars Garden. If you've watched Guitar Max's channel or any of the bigger budget guitar channels, you have probably seen this guitar, if it's the one I'm thinking it is, because I ordered a couple of these. And Firefly lately, the quality's been going up and up. These are built, I believe, in China, but they're distributed through a company in California. That's where this shipped from. And so what's nice about Firefly, I feel like, for the hobbyist budget buying guitar player, is that instead of going and finding like a cheap copy on eBay from China that'll take you like 4 months to get because they have to build it, Firefly kind of is building stuff people want already and putting it on their website, and then they'll sell them and they're in stock, and it only takes like maybe 5 or 6 days to get to you instead of waiting. So if you're looking for that kind of thing. So let me see if I can get this one open, and we'll turn it around and open it for you guys so you can see what it is. It's probably covered in foam though, so you probably won't be able to see it. Yeah, it's covered in foam, but so you can actually see what it is, sort of. We'll open it from this side. And I've always kind of wanted a guitar like this, but I didn't want to spend this kind of money. And you guys, I don't feel like you have to spend the money anymore to get the cool guitars that you want, and if you want to, especially if you want to mod them. So I've always been a fan of these guitars, and if you've watched my channel in the past, I've played real versions of these guitars on the channel, thanks to Main Street Guitars in Logan, who's let me demo them in the past, which kind of helped me build my channel. But this is the Firefly Explorer copy, and man, it looks really cool, and it's very, very light. And I don't know if the neck is fat. the action already feels good. I don't know how the pickups will be. In the past, the only issue I've had with the Firefly pickups is they're kind of microphonic, so I don't know if I'll end up changing these out or what I'll end up doing, but I love the gold hardware on this, you guys. I'm not a huge fan of the headstock shape, but I think it's really cool, and I like that there's kind of like a little, it's kind of a little different than an Explorer. It has a little cutout right there. And everything on this looks just top notch. Frets aren't sharp at all. It's like rolled, just which amazes me every time. Thought there'd be locking tuners, but there's not on this one. It's just regular gold tuners. But yeah, this is going to be a fun one. We'll do a demo on this one later. Just look at that, you guys. Isn't that cool? So cool. Okay, this next one is a Gibson. And I know some of you guys are Gibson haters because of how expensive they are and just kind of the business ethics you've heard about them over the years. I don't really care one way or the other. The reason why I ordered this one from Zounds to review is it was one of the cheaper Gibsons on the website that I found was affordable. I don't know if I necessarily loved the color of it, but let's pull it out and check it out. Maybe I'll like it better in person than what I liked when I saw it on the website. Well, at least we know Gibson boxes are very well packed as far as getting them open is concerned. It's kind of hard to get them open. This one appears to come in a soft case. Kind of this gray sparkle, and Gibson cases have this extra little Velcro thing that holds the neck in place. This is a nice soft case. Good job, Gibson. I will give them that. So this is an SG, a standard, and it's in this color. And I don't know if I love this color, but I wanted to check this out because it was one of the more inexpensive Gibsons on the Zounds website. Neck's kind of fat, and I don't remember, I haven't played an SG in a while, but most SG necks I think are a little fatter. At least this one's fat. And yeah, has your standard everything. Pickups, we will be reviewing this one soon. That's a good looking guitar if you're into that color, and if you don't want to spend however much a regular Gibson is these days. They're like I think this is like $13.99. A regular Gibson these days has been close to $2,500 and more. So if you guys are looking for like a real Gibson, we're gonna check this one out for cheaper. It actually says Gibson on the headstock, not Epiphone. All right, let's go to guitar number 5, I believe. All right, guitar number 5. This is kind of more, is this 5 or 6? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe this is 5. Okay. So this one, you guys, I know what this one is, and this is more of a novelty piece for me because this is kind of a copy of a signature type guitar from one of my favorite guitar players from the 80s. So this may not be something that's like up your alley, but this is from my childhood. This guitar probably came out, or this guitar hit the scene and was in a music video in the 80s. 87. One of my favorite bands from the 80s. Another Firefly, by the way. These guys do, like I said, these guys do copies of things that you don't have to wait for. And so we'll see how this one is. I may mod it, I may repaint it. I saw a guy on YouTube whose wife repaints these. This is not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but this for me I think is very cool. So let me get this thing cut. All right. It's pretty. It's not that hefty, but it's a good weight for what kind of guitar it is. All right, so this is a copy of kind of the George Lynch Bones guitar from the Dream Warriors video. If you guys have ever seen that, some of you younger guys may not even know who that is. But this is there's a movie in the '80s called Dream Warriors. This guitar made its appearance, I believe, its first appearance in that video. George Lynch comes through the wall, and then Freddy Krueger grabs him after the guitar solo. Cute girl in the video and everything. Maybe I'll put a clip of it right here. But this is the Bones guitar copy. I think maybe it was called the Skull and Bones guitar, George Lynch copy. And I saw some guy on YouTube that his wife repaints these and makes the bones part stick out a little bit more and makes more depth to it. Although I think Firefly does a pretty good job from what I'm seeing so far. And a reverse banana headstock like the ESP had. And a Floyd. Let's make sure we've got our Floyd Rose trem bar in here before we pack this one up. Yep, there it is. And I'm not sure what version of Floyd Rose this is. Looks like the same version on most of my other guitars. It says, actually, it just says FR Floyd Rose. So, feels pretty good. So we'll get this tuned up and review this one. But I think this is more just like something that's going to be just a cool showpiece. I don't know how often I'll actually play this, you guys. But it's going to hang here in the studio and just look cool. And maybe I'll put a Seymour Duncan in it. We'll see how the pickup is. The frets are all, like again, the Firefly, the frets are not sharp at all. They're smooth, they feel rolled. The neck feels great. It's kind of like a D shape, but fat D. Or like maybe just a medium C, I don't know. But yeah, the Lynch. I changed my shirt because I was sweating, you guys. Black doesn't show sweat as much. The Lynch Bones guitar copy from Firefly. No tone knob. It does have a coil split though. I didn't even know that. So you can do single coil sounds. That's cool. So you got one pickup, but you can do two different kinds of sounds. I'm digging that. All right, let's open up our next item up for bid. All right, guys, this next one is from Airstep, and I'll show you what this is. Special edition Airstep, and I think this is kind of cool. We'll see how it works once I get it set up, when I have time to do a full video on it. But what this does is it's going to connect. So if you guys have a Tone X1, this little pedal board, so this Airstep, what it does is it connects to, all right, from what I understand is this Airstep will connect to the USB-C on, let's see, where's it at? It's underneath the power supply. So the Airstep will connect to the USB-C, and then you can turn off reverbs, switch amps. I'm not sure what else it does. Compressor, gate probably. It probably just does a bunch of different, maybe it switches between the presets and the Tone X1, which would be really, really nice. So this is, I think maybe other people have done videos on this already. Check those out if you can. I'll be doing mine soon. The air step for the Tone X1, you guys, this thing's gonna be cool. We'll see how I can integrate it into this pedal board, which I'm kind of just using the Tone X1 as my amp. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys, last but not least is a Line 6 product that I've always wondered about, because I am a loyal, if you've watched the channel or you know my channel, you know that I am a loyal Boss Katana user. That's right. I have promoted this amp on my channel for years because it is the cheapest, best sounding pedal platform amp you can buy that's not a tube amp, in my opinion. And not only that, it has a reverb on it. You can change the wattage. It has a lot of features. Some of them have a foot switch that comes with them. I've just only used it as a pedal platform. I find a good clean sound that sounds close to like a Fender. And then it's not an expensive amp. It's solid state, digital. And so you can take it to the clubs and not really worry about it. Because what, it's like $250 for, you could buy another one on reverb for not much. So they're just great working musician amps, in my opinion, without, you know, taking your nice tube amp to the club. That's why I've used it over the years. All right, so you can probably guess what this is then. This is the Line 6 version of the Helix, which is called the Catalyst, and I believe it's basically just a Helix in amp form. Don't quote me on that, but maybe we'll plug this in at the end of the video and play through it a little bit. See what we get, what kind of sounds we can just rummage up just real quick, how quick I can dial in a tone. But here it is. Here it is, the Catalyst, and it just seems like a heavier duty version of the Boss Katana to me, sort of. But why don't we plug this in and get some tones, and I'll grab a guitar and we'll see what we can get. At the end of this video, I'll just do a little jam through the Catalyst, if you will. So give me one sec.